Kia ora. In the news tonight, the government's been slapped on the wrist by the Auditor-General for not documenting analysis or advice on the SkyCity Pokies-for-Convention Centre deal. The inquiry into the deal says there was too little focus on the disciplines that should govern commercial decision-making in the public sector. However, the report says internationally, financially constrained governments are looking for new and creative ways to collaborate with the private sector to achieve their goals, and it says we should expect more deals of this sort, which will test the boundaries of established ways of working. New Zealand First Leader Winston Peters doesn't think the government has been vindicated as it claims.
I don't think it's vindication at all. That report is only good as the information that was given to it, or given to the Auditor-General. And the problem with that is there's far too much stuff that's not known and has not been disclosed.
And Labour leader David Shearer says the evidence is that the deal's a shonky one and John Key should be more worried about it.
This report shows that it was not transparent, the process was not accountable, it wasn't even-handed, and SkyCity had the worst tender of the 5. This is ridiculous that he can claim that he was not losing any sleep on it. I would have been awake all night.
The government is confident of its legal standing in mandating the plain packaging of tobacco. Associate Health Minister Tariana Turia plans to introduce legislation at the end of this year seeking to follow in Australia's lead. But it could be a long time before that comes into effect, as it will be dependent on legal challenges to Australia's laws. She expects a decision in the Australian courts over the next 12 to 18 months. Charles Chauvel is departing politics with his leader's thanks. Mr Chauvel's announced his resignation from Parliament today, and he's to take up a new job with the United Nations. David Shearer says Mr Chauvel made a huge contribution to the Labour team and he'll be missed. Overseas, Nestlé has become the latest company to fall victim to the horsemeat scandal, which is sweeping across Europe and the UK. It's pulling products from shelves in Italy and France after tests revealed traces of horse DNA. Back home, and Waikato police say they've had a steady response after advertising a reward into the Jordan Viduri case. The popular pizza store owner was killed in June of last year outside his Mykonos pizza parlour in Pairoa. His killer remains on the loose, and last week police issued a reward of up to $50,000 for anyone with information. The announcement by the big telcos to jointly build a new submarine cable between Auckland and Sydney has raised more questions than answers. Telecom, Vodafone and Telstra intend to build the $60 million cable by late next year. Telecommunications Users Association spokesman Paul Breslin is questioning whether there will be true competition.
A lot of that comes down to just how this Trans-Tasman cable will be wholesaled, if it will be at all, to the smaller ISPs.
Darwin is today marking the 71st anniversary of more than 90 Japanese air raids on Australia's top end. At least 243 people were killed in the attack on the Northern Territory capital. Commemorations include the opening of a new memorial wall at the Darwin Military Museum. And that's all from us. Do join us again soon. From all of us at the RBG News team. Bye for now. Ka kite anō.